the one above all. Out of all of the countless characters in Marvel Comics, one stands at the pinnacle, the literal god of everything and the most powerful character in all of Marvel, a being who is above everyone and everything. The one above all is not a character in the same sense as Thanos, Galactus, or even the Living Tribunal. Rather, he's the source of power, the supreme author of Marvel itself, and the creator of the entire Marvel Omniverse. But how vast of a cosmology did the one above all create? The Marvel cosmology consists of the deep space, the superflow, the neutral zone, and the outside. Deep space is not just outer space with stars and galaxies. In the Marvel cosmology, deep space is the transitional layer that separates the conventional Marvel multiverse, universes, timelines, and dimensions from higher conceptual planes above it. It is a vast metaphysical ocean, sometimes described as the void between universes, where cosmic abstracts like eternity, infinity, and death become visible in their true forms. Think of deep space as the canvas where multiverses float, where the higher abstracts can be perceived without mortal limitation. When you see eternity as a humanoid silhouette filled with galaxies, you're seeing him from the perspective of deep space. The Celestials traverse it, and beings like Galactus operate here as the cosmic balance. It is also where universal embodiments like infinity, death, and oblivion can interact on a conceptual level. Above this is the superflow and is one of Marvel's most fascinating cosmological layers. It's not space as mortals know it, it is the ether of stories and archetypes that hold the multiverse together. The superflow is described as a glowing dreamlike space that exists between universes. It is the medium of imagination and story, the collective tissue that allows universes to have identity and structure. When universes collapse, the superflow manifests as the pathway or afterlife to those worlds. It also functions as the stage where universal ideas are maintained. Eternity's true form is housed here, along with higher manifestation of cosmic abstracts. It is sometimes equated to a platonic realm where archetypes reside beyond the material copies in the universe. In the Ultimates 2, Blue Marvel and his team traverse the superflow to meet eternity itself, who's been chained by the first firmament. Beyond this is the neutral zone, sometimes described in Marvel cosmology as the buffer layer, where the usual metaphysical forces of time, space, and death lose their grip. It is the borderland between the superflow and the outside, acting as the liminal zone where entities of narrative-level existences can pass. It is often described as a place without the laws that govern even the superflow, as it serves as the barrier to keep the highest truths of the Marvel cosmology, the outside and the House of Ideas, separate from the multiverse and its narratives. Beings that are beyond abstracts appear here, and is often associated with the transition or boundary states of cosmic thresholds. In Defenders, the neutral zone is the last space before reaching the outside, where eternity's boundaries end. It appears as a vast nothingness where even eternity can't manifest his full form. And finally, there's the outside, the highest known layer in the Marvel cosmology, where the narrative itself is constructed. The outside is beyond all form, beyond all multiverses, and even beyond the superflow of stories. It is literally outside Marvel's panels, where the House of Ideas exists, the place in creation that is authored by the one above all, and is said to be the birthplace of all that was, all that is, and all that's ever going to be. This is the realm of authorship. The outside is the metaphysical space of pure creativity, where imagination shapes universes and the multiverse is written into being. It is where stories originate before they filter down into the superflow and eventually manifest as universes. The one above all resides here. Well, actually, he resides above it, manifesting as the supreme author and artist of Marvel, and just mere fragments of him has been shown here, not just as a battlefield for characters, but the conceptual throne room of the narrative itself. What distinguishes the one above all from all other Marvel characters is not a collection of battle victories, but existential, overwhelming, all-powerful strength. Power that rewrites the meaning of power. For instance, in Fantastic Four 511, Toa revived the Thing, demonstrating his absolute dominance over life and death. The Fantastic Four decided to travel to heaven to bring Ben back, and they were taken to the room of the one above all. where he literally drew Ben's body back and sent him back to his original universe. Unlike Hela or Mistress of Death, who can govern death within their domains, Toa's authority is unrestricted. He resurrects because he wills it, not because he bargains with a higher law. Where Galactus shapes planets and the Beyonders tear apart universes, the One Above All is the very plotlines of which those events occur. One of the most misunderstood aspects of the One Above All is his speed. Characters like Silver Surfer are measured by relativistic calculations, darting between galaxies faster than light. The Flash in DC Comics can run across time. The One Above All is categorized as omnipresent, which means he doesn't traverse space. He exists at every point in space and time simultaneously. When Spider-Man swings through cities and Galactus devours worlds at the edge of the multiverse, the One Above All is there observing both events in one breathless instant. His durability is equally transcendent. Thor withstands neutron stars and the Hulk tanks reality-rendering punches, but the One Above All can't even be damaged. His form is conceptual, narrative, and beyond flesh. He can't bleed because he's not a body. He is the idea of Marvel itself. Thus, his feats of endurance are irrelevant. No attack, no artifact, no law of physics applies to him. Trying to compare the One Above All to any of the other characters within the Marvel cosmology is almost pointless because he outscales them in every way. The Infinity Gauntlet wielded by Thanos warps the multiverse, yet it remains bounded by the laws that the One Above All created. The heart of the universe, a weapon of infinite balance, is still a spark drawn from his flame. Galactus, the Devourer of Worlds, is a constant force of balance, but he's one piece of the One Above All's puzzle. Franklin Richards can reshape universes from imagination, but his playground is a single grain of sand in the One Above All's ocean. The Beyonders, though they once defeated the Tribunal, their power was finite, but the One Above All's is infinite. The Living Tribunal was once thought to be the most powerful character in Marvel Comics for years, until we realized that there is one beyond him, with Mephisto stating that no, the Living Tribunal isn't God, he's just the biggest kid in all of the playgrounds. The Tribunal embodies judgment, but just as the comics repeatedly confirm, judgment itself bows to the One Above All. The One Above All represents more than just a character. He is the divine narrative principle that ensures Marvel stories unfold. His feats of resurrection, creation, reality warping place him beyond any conceivable threat. His speed is not measured, his durability cannot be tested, and his strength cannot be compared. He is the supreme author, the compassionate hand, the final authority. In a universe where gods clash and multiverses crumble, the One Above All is the reminder that even the greatest stories rest on an invincible foundation. He is the Marvel cosmology embodied, the architect of infinity, the eternal truth. That is the end. The One Above All is not just above Marvel, he is Marvel itself. Overall, the One Above All would scale to high outer with irrelevant speed. And shout out to Steel who sent 50 to sponsor this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. In the end, Marvel cosmology is extremely vast with plenty of characters that have ridiculous strength. But who is it that you think gave them all of this power? It didn't come out of thin air. It's gotta be from someone, and that someone is him. There is no fighting this being, it's just impossible odds. The strongest in Marvel, who looks down at the gods. What's up guys, it's Divine. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. And if you want to sponsor a video just like this one, I have my Cash App linked in the description where you can sponsor your very own video. And make sure you guys go join the Discord where you can hang out with me and Kazi, or you can just chill with the rest of the community. But let me know down in the comments what you guys thought of this video, and which Marvel character should I do next, and would you guys like to see the God of DC? Let me know, because you might actually be surprised who it is. And what other gods from other universes would you like to see me scale next? And let me know out of the countless characters that you know, who can defeat the strongest character in all of Marvel Comics, the One Above All.